What it is and what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the 280PlusPodcast. I'm your host, Lowe's Def, the podcast where we take the conversations off the timeline. We go beyond the tweets. I'm here with a guest today, man. After a few solo episodes back to back, somebody that I know for a long time, man. Somebody that the streets been kind of like pushing me, like, yo, man, why ain't he been on here? You know what I mean? So like, yo, brother, introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, I already know what it is. It's YC's own EZ Lyrical Skitzo. Man, here with Lowe's Def. Let's get it, man.
But yeah, man. So easy, man. Yo, welcome to the show, man. And before we get started, man, if y'all watching, I need y'all to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you new. You know what I mean? Let's run this up, man, for me and my guy right here, man.
Yes, sir.
But yo, how's it going, bro? How's it going? How you been, bro?
Hey, man, life's life, but we all pushing through it, man. Everything is all right right now, bro. Can't complain.
That's good, man. That's good. So, we go way back, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like playing on the same basketball team together. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to York City. You know what I mean? And yo, like, are leagues like that even around anymore? Because I feel like everything is like AAU now. Like, you know what I mean? It's like this big money leagues and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I haven't really seen anything like that, at least me personally. Like, I ain't really seen nothing like that. Like something cheaper for the kids to go out and just go ball together. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, that them days really, they help mold us. You know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely need stuff like that in the community for kids.
Yeah, and it's like, it ain't nothing wrong with AAU, but it's like that all year round basketball type stuff, you know what I mean? And it's like, right. It's a lot, and that stuff costs a lot of money, man, for these families and stuff like
definitely.
That. But I got my son, and he gonna start playing basketball this year, so I'm excited about that. Okay. He kind of playing soccer right now, but that ain't my sports. I can't really help him with that. And he ain't interested in football. I've been trying to, like, my son, like, nah, bro, like, that look crazy. Like, and I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? I guess, it is what it is, man. Do you have kids? Like, you have any?
Yeah. I got a daughter. She's 15. I got 4 stepkids too, bro. Like,
so. You got some old head. Oh, you got an old head. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah, bro. She just went to homecoming this past weekend.
Oh, man. You probably did you have to have the talk with the young boy? You know what I mean?
She went with her friends. So
okay.
I have to have that conversation. But, I'm definitely ready for it whenever it's time.
Right. Yeah. So it was the innocent homecoming. You know what I mean? Yeah, girls do that. Like, oh, I'm just going with my friends. Yeah, that's nothing to worry about. I ain't worried about
right.
Stuff, so. All right, man. So, and when last time have you balled? Have you hooped in a while? Do you still hoop?
I ain't gonna lie, it's been years, bro. Like, I ain't stepped on the court in a long time.
Okay.
So I don't even know what it would look like for real.
Okay. Yeah, I still hoop, man, pretty regularly, like at least once a week, sometimes twice a week at my job and stuff. And but I know my role, man. I'm not,
right.
I'm a pick and roll, pick and pop type player. You know what I mean? I don't really got no handles, and we're gonna talk about handles maybe later on. But but I got a nice mid range, got high IQ, stuff like that. But I still get it in though, man, when I can, and as long as I can, because when we getting older, bro, and
right.
You start hurting, bro. Like, what I mean, shit start hurting, man. So
I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. Like, the last time I stepped on the court, this was years ago, but just, being adults and being smokers, like,
oh yeah.
Bro, like, I definitely overestimated what I thought I could do on the court lung-wise.
Oh, so, no.
Ever since then, I kind of fell back on it for real.
Fell back, yeah.
But I definitely wouldn't mind getting back out there, because it's definitely a good exercise. I need that shit.
Definitely, yeah, and I actually prefer that. Like, I go to the gym and stuff like that too, but like, I prefer, if I could play basketball every day, I would. You know what I mean? But it's it's hard to get grown men. It's hard to just gather grown men every day, 10 grown men to play full court basketball and stuff like that. So
right.
So all right, man. So we gonna new little segment, man. We gonna do So, what's caught your attention, man, in the last 24 hours, man? Like, what's kind of catching your attention, like, flooding your timelines and your feeds and stuff like that? What's been in your circle, man, or, in your purview?
Honestly, the first thing that caught me today, was the whole Nicki and Latto thing. Like
Yeah.
that to me kind of came out of nowhere. Like it felt like, I mean, I don't wanna sound like I'm coming at the women, because I'm definitely not in no way, shape, or form coming at the women. But it seemed like they've been quick to come at each other lately. Like
Yeah.
there's been a lot of cattiness with the female rappers. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man, what's going on with them two. But I've been seeing like shots thrown back and forth. It seemed like it escalated a lot faster than that shit should have.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like that when you say cattiness, though, I feel like it's a little one-sided. Like, and we're gonna talk about this person and where it's kind of. I feel like we got an instigator, we got a bully, maybe. I don't even want to use that word bully, but another person in that conflict said bully. So we're gonna get into that a little later. But yeah, I feel you though. That has been everybody been talking about that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yo, what's going on? And people want the Cliff Notes, summary of it, you know what I mean? Like, and so
Right.
that's why we here. We gonna give them some details and stuff like that. But for me, man, two things that caught my attention in the last like 24 hours, man. Like, yo, you hear about this like snow crab leg shortage that's coming, bro?
Nah, bro.
Nah, bro, this is bad. This is bad news, especially for the black community, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause we love some seafood boil.
What?
Niggas was
That's bad news for me.
niggas was going crazy with the PPP, the PUA money, you know what I'm saying? They was buying all the crab boil. Everybody, people was eating crab boils and stuff like that every week, you know what I mean? Seafood boils and stuff. But it said, I read this down. It said for the first time in Alaska's state history, they're not having a snow crab leg, or they're not having a snow crab season. Like, it got canceled. And it said, an estimated 1 billion crabs have disappeared. And that's like a 90% drop from the population. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's a lot of
90%,
crabs.
bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it said that it could cost the economy like $200 million in the next year or so. And like, think about the price of crab. How much crab legs gonna cost, bro? You know what I mean? Like, them boys gonna be $75, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're gonna have people out here catching charges over crab legs and shit.
Yeah, and or people going, they gonna start EBT scamming, you know what I mean, for the food stamps, you know what I mean, get them, you know what I mean. So so it's that, that's crazy. And then I just seen, I sent it to you, so you ain't check it out, but fam, did you see? Well, you didn't see it, but there's a house party trailer, bro. A new house party's coming out, and I don't mean like part 6 or 7, because I was on Group Chat Chronicles and they told me that like there's a house party 5, and I was like, I never heard of house party 5, whatever. But like they doing a reboot, and I typically don't care for the reboots or the remakes, but I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm excited for this one because it looks like they put the bag behind this one. So like, I'm gonna tell you the premise, right? And Jacob Lattimore's in it, and there's another young actor which I'm unfamiliar with, but basically they put the bag on it because they're in LeBron's house, bro.
Okay.
Like they somehow, like, they may be doing some type of work over there or whatever, and then they try and raise some money, and they was like, maybe, I mean, they see that LeBron is gone for a certain amount of time, and they like, maybe we could like throw a party here at the King's house, whatever. And like, it's crazy because LeBron's in it. He got like this holographic mirror that like gives him like words of affirmation and stuff like that. They got all these fam, it's star-studded, bro. Like, from all walks of life, they got everybody in this movie, and it comes out like January. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I think I'm gonna go to the theater to see that, because it's just like, I don't know, and I did see Kid in it real quick. I didn't see Play in the trailer, but I think they just trying to like start something new, you know what I mean, like for the new generation, man. So how you feel about that?
I think the fact that you said that they have Kid in it, at least having somebody from the original, it makes me kind of want to check it out a little bit now. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like this generation or this day and age, we definitely take classics and butcher them shits, bro. Like, so I don't know, I didn't really have high hopes for it when you started talking about it at first, but then when you mentioned Kid, that's kind of like a cosign from the original. So it makes me feel like it might be all right. I need to check out the trailer though.
Yeah, definitely. And I was like, they in LeBron. Like, I mean, and that's the thing. LeBron, I know you're a Laker fan, so I know you're a LeBron fan by default, maybe, but I ain't gonna hold you, man. By default, right? Right.
By default, yeah,
Okay,
I give you
okay.
that.
But I ain't gonna hold you though. But LeBron, man, he always got his like, hand in the culture, man. Like he always understands what's kind of going on, and I will give him props for that, man. And it looks dope, man. And I'm sure that he'll actually make a real appearance in it. And but they don't show him quite in it, but we know that they're in his house and all that. So it looks like a fun movie at the very least, man. And what's the last like black comedy that we even had? Like that was a classic, you know what I mean? Like in recent years, I think. I feel like the last black comedy classic is it like I'm thinking like Roscoe Jenkins or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like we don't even.
Is that really something you want to call a classic?
Well, I mean, like because it had the star-studded cast and stuff like that. Because I'm not gonna say Medea. You know what I mean? Like like you know what I mean? I'm not.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, so like I feel like on that level of like we got all these stars. It's us for us, you know what I mean? All that, but like I don't know. I'm gonna check it out though. So
it's definitely been a while for maybe I'm not hip to what's going on, but it's definitely been a while for the black classic like comedy movie.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we bring that genre back, man. So all right, man. Let's move on, man. Let's get into you, man. Let's get into EZ Lyrical Skitzo, man. We got an artist here. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into you, man, a little bit. But so how long? I mean, you're a rapper from around the way. How long have you been rhyming, man? How when did this journey start, bro? You know what I mean? Because your name used to be didn't your name used to be Be-Ease or Be Easy?
Facts.
That's why I remember you from that era. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's back when back in the battle rap era when I was like a part of that culture, like for real. Like
yeah.
You know, a lot of us, we really to gain a name for ourselves in the city, like we had to sharpen our swords. We had to go at each other's necks. So
yeah,
that's definitely something that I came up on. But I used to be Easy. Now I'm just EZ Lyrical Skitzo.
Okay. Producer,
rapper, do some melodic stuff too. I ain't gonna quite say I'm a singer, but I do what I do.
yeah, no doubt. So like when did that start? Like when did you first start going at it, man, with that? Like,
for me, I was messing around with it since like elementary school.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't get serious till about my high school days. Like when I was about 15, 16, maybe. That's when I started going to the studio like on a daily basis. That's when I started writing songs. Like before, I just was writing rhymes, like just to spit for people. You know what I mean? Just to impress people and just to let people know I do what I do. But
okay,
after a while, I started writing songs, and I started going to the studio like every day after school. That was like in high school.
Okay. That's what's up. So like, how would you describe like your style of music? You know what I mean? And like, kind of like what makes you kind of stand out from the rest? You know what I mean? Because I think there's some similarities with some rappers from around the way, but I think everybody got their own little flavor, man. So how would you describe your flavor? You know what I mean?
I think like for me, the fact that my shit is, I got a broad range, bro. Like,
okay.
I feel like I got something that could please any listener that's into hip hop, bro. Like, whether you into like classic lyrical hip hop, you into the new melodic type stuff, like, bro, I'm all over, and I've been that way from the beginning. Like that's one thing. Okay. Anybody that listens to me or anybody that's cool with me, they'll let you know like I've had a broad range from the get-go. Like that's just something I've always done, and I gained that comfortability of doing that just by having my own studio and actually doing all of the engineering and everything myself. So
that's what's up. Yeah, keep going.
It just made it easier, you know what I mean? Like when you have your own space to grow, like, and develop on your own, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely. And so where does the name even come from? I mean, when did you change it to EZ Lyrical Skitzo? Like, I mean, because I think I heard like before, like it's because like You know what I mean? Because you have a broad range and like, you got all these different styles and you have different sounds. So you sound like a different person, and like a schizo is like a person with different personality. Like, is that kind of what it is? Or
that's kind of like the gist of that shit. Like
okay.
That's where it came from. I was doing shit like maybe like '09. Like I kind of just started like recording my own shit. And
Okay.
this is when I was coming I just moved out my mom's crib and I was on my own, and I just started coming into like knowing who I was as an artist. And at that time, like I would let people listen to my songs, and every time I would let somebody listen to like 3 or 4 different songs, they like asking like, yo, who's this? Or who's this? Or who's this? And I'm like, yo, bro, that's me. Like it's me on everything. Like, so I kind of just got the idea, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm the lyrical schizo, like. So that's where that shit came from.
That's hard. And so like I guess well, yeah. Were you one of the first people locally to kind of play with like the auto tune and stuff like that? Because you do some of that type of stuff too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Were you like, in terms of locally, were you one of the first that kind of really got into that type stuff? Or
I feel like I was. I'm not gonna say personally, like I really don't really know who was the first person to do it, but I definitely was early with it. My OG, Grump, Eddie Kane.
Okay.
He's somebody that like I don't know if a lot of people know, like he's really like he's worked with a lot of like big artists, like, and he used to be in a lot of these big studios. Like people don't know, like he used to be on tour with Drew Hill. Like,
oh, okay.
So he would come back and tell me about like all the like the little tips and tricks that a lot of these professional or celebrities are using when they're in the studio. So one thing he told me about was auto-tune. And once I figured out, I was just somebody like, as a kid, like if there's some shit that I feel like is going to help me develop or be on top or be up with what all the other artists is doing in like the industry, I'm going to figure out how to get that shit.
Okay.
So I figured out how to download that shit, and it was over after that shit. Like,
yeah. And was it around the time when like people was kind of frowning upon it? Like, I mean, because since you said you was early, because you know how like Jay-Z tried to kill it, but he didn't kill it. Like Jay-Z did try to kill Def Auto 2, but it didn't work. Like
right. When around the time when I started, like finally got my hands on it and was doing it, it was probably right before like that, I guess, stigma came about, like that is some fucked up shit. So it kind of was the trend at the time, and everybody was like, yo, how the fuck, like what is this shit? Like everybody was trying to figure out what it was, and I had that shit.
Yeah.
But I still was trying to develop and figure out like, yo, how to actually use this shit. So
okay.
I wasn't around screaming out and letting everybody know that I had this shit, but I had that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's up. So like, like what motivates you to keep grinding, man? Because I would say this, and I think this is some hater shit for real. But like one criticism I often see, especially about like local rappers, is how people think that like once you over 30, it's time to wrap it up. You know what I mean? Like, like people just like, oh, you know what I mean? You ain't, you out here, you still trying to rap, And like, so what do you say to those people that are on the outside looking in? Like, what do you say to that? Like, like what keeps you going? Yeah, I mean, with this music shit.
Me personally, bro, like I came up with music. Like music is something that's always been a part of my life. Like my mom was heavy into music. Like my uncle was a DJ. Like a lot of people in my family like did music. Like, and to me, like people say that this shit is a young man's sport, and I feel like certain aspects and certain things, like you gotta have realistic expectations for things.
Okay.
But I don't think music is timeless, bro. Like depending on the kind of music you make, like that shit can be timeless, yo. And I just feel like there ain't really no age limit on it. You know what I mean? Like if it makes you feel good, you're not hurting nobody. Like, bro, like do what you do. Like if it's a way for you to get a release, like a lot of people use this as therapy, man. Like me, like I just feel like I get something out of somebody telling me, yo, like, bro, like I was listening to this song, like, yo, and it's just like I could really relate to this shit. Like, or this shit just really put me in the zone, like before a game, You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I get something from knowing that people listen to me and that shit makes a difference in their life, or that shit made them feel something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
that's why I keep doing what I do personally as far as the music.
That's good. And I agree with you, bro. Like in terms of I don't think that rap is a young man sport anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's one of the youngest genres, you know what I mean? But like
Right.
we don't say that about, you know what I mean, rock and roll. Like, yo, these people, these artists, rock artists and pop artists, like they make music, you know what I mean, forever. You know what I mean? And
Right.
they got a fan base and they got people that fuck with them, you know what I mean? And then even with rap, you know what I mean, you got now you starting to see older guys just getting on, like, you know what I mean, Benny the Butcher ain't young, you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah,
like, you
that's
know,
true. That's
five
true.
yo foreign ain't young, you know what I mean, I thought he was a young boy, like he's older than me, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean,
Right.
so it's like I don't even think it's I think people, like you said, man, like everybody does it for a different reason, but like I don't think everybody's view of success and what they do it for is different, like, so like, you know, it ain't no blueprint to it in terms of like, yo, it got to be like this, it got to be like this, because this shit is ever evolving. And like nowadays, you know, we have way more resources than we ever had before. So like, why? Yeah, I mean, if you got some shit to talk about, why? Fuck, yeah, I mean, put it out there. Like I'm doing a podcast now. You know what I mean? I
Right.
wasn't
Right.
doing this shit back in the day. Now, granted, we ain't have all this, whatever, but like, you know, and I always say, like, if we had these resources, you know, 10, 15 years ago, like we all would be like, you know, on and up and, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and I know that
Definitely.
might seem like a pipe dream. I might sound like an old nigga saying that, but like, nah, I feel like it's real rap because we got crazy talent, you know what I mean, around the way and stuff like that. So
That's one thing. One thing that you said that I really like. That I really like live by for real is people's view of success. Like
yeah,
what I consider success and what you consider success is like could be two totally different things. So you know what I mean? Like you can't judge everybody in what they consider success. Like that shit is mine. You know what I mean? For me, and what's for me is for me. Like what's for you is for you. So
yeah.
everybody just got to take that shit and just do what makes them feel good.
Dude, makes it feel good. Yeah, definitely, definitely. And let's pivot into this though. So you make beats too, right? You know what I'm saying? And I know that because if y'all don't know, EZ is the man behind my intro music. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for that. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Definitely a talented guy, man. And just a kind of like a side note, man. Can we talk about like pricing and why beats cost as much as they do? You know what I mean? Like I kind of understand it, but I recently, and I don't know if it was a criticism to you or anything like that, but I recently saw someone upset about the prices of beats and like to fully own the beats and stuff like that. And like they feel like, yo, these beats shouldn't cost 4 figures and this and that, whatever. But at the same time, I remember when I was shopping for beats with you and you was kind of breaking it down for me, you know what I mean, and telling me kind of how it goes. And because there's like leasing and stuff like that.
Right.
And how we was talking about how you was saying like, yo, most of these artists, they not even reaching those thresholds anyway. So like, why are they like?
Right.
And my thing is too, like, why are y'all tripping about you not being able to own a beat, whatever? When how about you get your numbers up first? You know what I'm saying? Before,
Right. Right.
you know what I mean?
This
So
is true though. Like
you know what
this
I
is
mean?
very true. Like that's kind of what I was going to get into. Like
Yeah,
as far as the industry, I know these guys like they seem to charge like it seems like they're charging a lot of money, but you can't be the same artist that's tripped in diamonds, driving these fancy cars, and like where do you think this money is coming from?
yeah,
This money is coming from your music,
yeah, yeah,
and a part of that is the beat.
yeah,
So like you gotta make that shit make sense. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's a large part of that shit because the song wouldn't be the song without the beat.
Facts.
So y'all kind of need to. I'm not saying it's gonna be a 50-50 split, but like we know like a lot of this shit, like a lot of people in the industry know like I'm not really in deep like as far as like the industry, but like we know this shit is not what people think it is for real, for
Yeah,
real. Like it's a lot of crooked shit. It's a lot of like snake shit. Like so you got to do your best to get what you can while you can. So that's
okay.
why I feel like a lot of people was charging like a lot of money up front rather than all right, let me set myself up for royalties and this and that because that shit is not guaranteed if you don't got your paperwork set up the right way and you ain't got enough money for a lawyer. And it's a lot of shit that come along with that shit, man. But you got to get it while you can, bro. Like,
yeah.
And
I think
you got to get it while you can.
Yeah, and I don't even think, do people even consider like the time and work that you put into making a beat? You know what I mean? Like that shit ain't probably, because if everybody could do it, then everybody would do it. You know what I'm saying?
That too. Especially like there's people who like don't even touch samples and they making like these incredible sounding beats. Like, and I'm not saying that sampling is like a cheat or anything, because that's a whole nother art form in itself. But like just knowing that you took some shit from nothing and just made like a hit record, like, bro, you gotta pay for that shit.
Yeah.
You have to pay for that shit. So
yeah. So do you primarily rap on just your own beats, or are you still, you still got connections with people and you still get stuff like, because like, and what's the motivation to use your beat versus somebody else's? You know what I mean? Because since you make beats, like, you kind of got the cheat code a little bit, you know what I mean? So
it's funny you say that. To me, it's really just the vibe, bro. Like, I definitely dibble and dabble. Like, I use a lot of people beats that ain't my beats. I probably use less of my beats than other people's beats, to be honest.
Okay.
And that's just probably because when I'm making the beat, I feel like I hear that shit like 1,000 times over and over and over again, because I'm the one who made that shit.
Yeah.
So half of the time, by the time it comes time to writing it, if I'm not already vibing to that shit while I'm making that shit, then I'm probably like not really gonna fuck with that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if the beat is hard, like sometimes it'll be like I'll try to force myself to make some shit to one of my beats, but it just be like, man, yo, I've heard this shit so many times, the beat is just not fresh to me anymore.
Yeah.
And then I'll go listen to somebody else's beat, and within like 2-3 minutes, I got a hook. And I'm already writing a verse. Like, it'll just be just the fact that I haven't heard is something new. You know what I mean? So I definitely do a lot of shit to my own beats. Like my last project, At All Costs, that was pretty much 50% my beats, 50% beats that I got from other producers. But yeah, like, I don't know. It just depends on what the vibe is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And do you buy beats or do you lease beats, or?
Yeah. Buy, lease, whatever the situation may be. I definitely ain't just jacking niggas for their beats. I definitely, being a producer, like I'm definitely gonna make sure the producer gets compensated.
That's what, have any of your beats ever been jacked? You know what I mean? Like, and how do that's what I want to know. Like, because I mean, how do you know if somebody, like, how do y'all get notification that like, yo, a beat? Because like, if I put somebody's song on my episode, you know what I mean, like, I'll get a flag like that shit. How does that work? Like, I mean, how does that process work?
It really depends how you got your shit set up.
Okay.
Now, if you have like your beats on like a website like BeatStars, Airbit, these are like websites where people artists can go and download like beats to lease.
Okay.
If you have your shit there, they might have something set up so you can get like notifications for when anybody is like using your shit on YouTube or different things like that. Because I used to have a Airbit page. This website, same type deal. You go on there and artists look for beats, and anytime somebody would try to use my beat on YouTube, like I'd get a notification like, yeah, like such and such is trying to use your beat. Or so I don't know, like it really depends your situation. Like hopefully like you have your shit on one of these websites and they can catch it, but if not, you might just be assed out for real. Like, so you can catch that shit.
So for younger beat makers or people want, I mean, you saying like you gotta do it the right way, like set it up through some type of system that kind of helps to protect you, right? I mean, so people ain't just jacking your shit, you know what I mean?
That, or like I know a lot of producers, I don't know if people are still doing that shit, but like producers like throw their tags all throughout the beat in a way where, you know what I mean, where there's no way getting around you just taking the beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I remember when you was I was getting your samples first, all of them, it's Skitzo tripping, whatever, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. But then once I leased it, whatever, and then it was like, then I didn't hear that on the joint. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. That's what's up. And that's cool, man. That's a cool little gig, man. And is it kind of lucrative? Like you get some good, traction like with your beats? I mean, people seeking you out? Like what have you had? What's like, maybe I don't want to say biggest artist, but like farthest reach you've had in terms of like, getting somebody to, use your beats or buy your beats, lease your beats?
I can't say I really had any like crazy like celebrity placements or nothing like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
because I'm like, I don't know, like I'm one of the producers that like I really take pride in, or like I really look up to the producers that teamed up with somebody from around their way
Okay.
and helped them come up, and they came up together. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
like I kind of always been seeking that shit out for like the longest time. So I've had a few artists here and there that like I work closely with, and
Okay.
I'm trying to help them build, and they trying to help me build, and that's kind of like my main focus when it comes to production. Because I'm not saying that I'm not super passionate about it, but to be real, like I started making beats because I needed beats. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it wasn't like something like I truly wanted to do from the beginning. Like my main shit was rapping. So
Okay. Okay. So who are like let's give some shout outs, man. Who are some of these artists that you work closely with and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
right now, like me and Dirty Flow,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
like that's probably like the one artist that like I work with the most. Like
Okay. Okay.
he I don't know, like our sounds, like he always just know what to do when it come to my shit. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
good. That's good.
so but I've also like I've done a lot of shit in the past with
Cas Breeze. Cas Breeze.
oh yeah, me and Breeze.
Yeah.
I've done some shit. I've done shit with Breeze. I've done shit with Bless.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I've done shit with Uncle Rob.
Yeah.
Um, I've done shit with a lot of local artists, bro. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that to me, like I don't know, like that's kind of like that's what I want to see the city rise, like, and I really want to be a part of that shit. So
Okay. Okay. And are there any like shit, fuck the other side? Like, is there any people that you like? I don't know if you want to name drop, but like any people you like, nah, he can't shop here. Like he can't get no beats from me.
nah, bro. Like especially when it to me as far as business and shit like that, like there's not really no, I don't have no limits on that type shit.
Well,
Like
yeah, I feel you, and I feel like if somebody would reach out to you, somebody that you might not necessarily be fine with, it's like, well, you kind of showing me the respect that you want my beat, so like
right,
the beef is over, I guess. Yeah, I mean at that point, like
right.
you try, yeah,
Yeah, nah. We ain't jacking nothing like that. I don't got no beef with nobody. So
that's good, man, that's good. So, all right, man, let's switch it up, man. Let's talk about the brand, bro. Let's talk about Picture Me Rolling, man. So, before you told me that you're like the 717's Wiz Khalifa. You know what I mean? And are there any challenge? Do you feel like there's any challengers to that title? You know what I mean? Because you self-proclaim, you say you like Wiz Khalifa out here. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like it's a couple other people in that realm. I don't want to, name nobody because I like me personally, I don't know if that's what they consider themselves, but
okay,
it's a couple people that I kind of look at that might be in the mix, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I feel like I wouldn't go as hard. Maybe I was exaggerating a little bit on the
yeah.
Wiz Khalifa, but I mean, I'm definitely one of them guys. Like when it comes to that culture, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's definitely what we pushing with the Picture Me Rolling brand.
that's what's up. So tell us about the brand, man. What do you have to offer? Where did the inspiration and name come from? You know what I'm saying?
Um, I don't remember. I feel like I was on a beach somewhere and I was just thinking of this fucking of this idea about all the different ways that people smoke. Like I feel like I was probably treed. I was probably high. And I was thinking
That's why you
about
get the
all the
best
different
ideas, right? That's why you get the best ideas. Like
facts. Facts.
yo, like
I was thinking about like all the different ways like people consume their marijuana. Like
okay.
at the time I was smoking blunts, like, but at the same time, like it's so many different type of blunts. Like
Yeah.
so I just started thinking about like all the famous rappers, like what they used to roll up in, and just picturing them like And it just kind of I got this idea of like different like celebrities and how they roll up on a shirt.
Ah, okay.
So
Okay.
that was kind of like the whole idea, like picturing them rolling. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And that was where the whole idea started from. And from there, like I just kind of like kept it in mind. Like, and when I got home, like I just figured, you know what, I'm gonna start a t-shirt brand, and from there, that's when we gonna get into the idea of the whole picture me rolling shit with different artists. But I kind of want to start with like people in the city. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, highlight that.
But
You know what I mean? Wait, isn't that a bar? Isn't that somebody's bar? Whose bar is that? Picture me rolling. Like, ain't that
oh
like
yeah, I mean Wiz Khalifa got not Wiz Khalifa, but Nipsey Hussle got a song called "Picture Me Rolling." Tupac got a song called "Picture Me Rolling."
okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
a couple different people got a song called "Picture Me Rolling."
Okay, okay. That's a sub. That's a sub. And then what do you have to offer in the brand? Is it shirts? You got hats? You know what I mean? What you
Um,
got?
yeah, right now we got t-shirts, tie-dye t-shirts, trucker hats, um, hoodies, sweatshirts,
Okay.
mainly tops right now. I'm working on a lot of a new shit for the new season, but mainly we got tops right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. And that's good, man. And I gotta check into some of your stuff, man, to see, see what I can grab up and things like that.
Hey,
We're gonna put the plug out at the end, you know what I mean? So you could
you
so
just
people
gotta
can
shoot me your size. I got you, bro.
okay, all right, bet. So all right, man, let's switch it up, man. You know what I mean? And maybe get a little somber, but talk about, somebody that, means a lot to you, man, and a lot to a lot of people in the city. And just where we come from, man, and just the climate right now, and maybe not, it's just not right now. It's probably something that's been going on throughout our whole adulthood, for real, for real. But when it hits close to home, man, it obviously hurts more. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right, right.
you know what I mean. So rest in peace to your man's Mayo, J.O Mayo, man. And I said I didn't really know him personally, you know what I mean, at all. I did, when I started the podcast, he kind of reached out to me, and like it was ironic because we were, he had just messaged me and told me that he watched the show, and like, he said he had like a podcast before,
Right.
and that we was gonna work and whatever. And then it was like maybe like 10 days later, bro, and got the sad news about him, man. So like, I guess what's your connection to him, and then like, and what ways are y'all kind of like keeping, like his legacy alive and stuff like that?
Um, those who don't know, his step pops been my manager for like over a decade. You know what I mean? And not only that, like we got family in common. Like that's my family. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, so I've watched Jo grow up. You know what I mean? Like from elementary school to a grown man. You know what I mean? With his own family and his own business and his own podcast and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so I've definitely seen a large part of his life. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know, man. Like, that's just something that it definitely hit. It hit in a different way, bro. Like that shit. Like, I don't know, man. I just try. I just try to remember him for all the great times and all the good shit, bro. Because he's definitely somebody that meant a lot to a lot of people, bro. And he's somebody that really brought light into any room that he stepped in. You know what I mean? Like, he was always trying to just make everybody like happy, make everybody feel good, make everybody
Yeah.
laugh. You know what I mean? Like, and he was super determined, like, and he was super like, I don't know, man. Like, he was really on his way, bro. Like,
Real. Damn.
he was really on his way. Like, he's definitely a legend, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and we're going to definitely push his legacy and continue to make sure that everything that he wanted to do gets done, bro.
Yeah, and it's just, and is it just a matter of just the senseless, violence in York, you know what I mean? Or is it like something, I don't know. I don't get into nothing like that, but like,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause you say, he was loved. Like, it seemed like he got a lot of love from a lot of people. Like, I never, it didn't seem like that type of person that would have like problems with people. You know what I mean? Was it just like some crazy shit? You know what I mean? Like what
Yeah, bro.
was there
Like
an
personally, as
explanation?
far
Like, you
as
know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like as far as the details, like I definitely don't want to like
yeah.
elaborate too much on that. But all I can say is like, bro, you gotta keep your head on the swivel, and like you can't really trust anybody these days, bro. Like you have to, you really gotta like, you just gotta watch who you around, like, and watch who you let influence you, and
Okay.
watch who you let in your life, bro. Like, cause the person you least expect to get you will have you, bro. So I don't know,
Do
like
you feel like it's always been like that, or
it's
do you feel like
definitely always been like that, bro. It's
okay,
always
okay.
been like that, but you know what I mean? Like it's just different when that shit actually hits like that close to you. Like you start to really like see it for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, but it's really always been like that, bro. It's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
been like that.
Dang. So how have you since his passing, like how have you moved differently, you know what I mean, in terms of just even just living your life, you know what I mean, and like, taking advantage of opportunities and taking life in, like how's that impacted the way you move and stuff like that?
Honestly, like it's been a lot of shit going on. Like you see what the climate is like as far as like rappers and
Yeah.
just robberies and deaths and shit like that. Like, and for a while, I kind of just been thinking about falling back a little bit. You know what I mean?
For real? Damn.
Yeah. And just after that happened, like it kind of just made me stop and think, like, bro, yo, life is too short. Like, there's things that I feel like in my heart that I was meant to accomplish, and I don't really have much time to waste. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
life is life. Like, I gotta live that shit or not. Like, and I don't want to be on my deathbed regretting shit. So I feel like that shit just really kind of pushed me to say, you know what, like whatever music I have now and like whatever I have in me now, I'm just gonna give it my all and get that shit out there to like whoever the fuck that shit affects. Like whoever needs this shit is gonna take this shit in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. That's a good message, man. And like, that's kind of I think about this podcast and it wasn't, it wasn't somebody that was directly related to podcasting, but it was, I remember when Ryan Rossom passed, and like it wasn't the same kind of death, you know what I mean? It was, crazy natural causes, whatever.
Right, right.
And it was just something because I know he was a creator, and I just thought like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like this is something I wanted to do. And it's like, yeah, why am I waiting? What am I waiting for? You know what I mean? Because you want to be, I guess you want to be remembered. Yeah, everybody is living for some type of legacy. You know what I mean? Like it don't got to be fame, whatever. But like, what are you gonna be remembered for? What are people gonna know you for? You know what I mean? When you're gone. And you know what I mean, you always wanted to be positive, you always wanted to be fruitful. You don't want to just be, some person, you know what I mean? At least I don't, you know what I mean? And
Right.
yeah, so I jumped out there, man, and then and obviously, just trying to shine on everybody, man, everybody from around the way that's doing stuff, man, and get everybody they time, man, because they flowers, all that type of stuff. But I mean, because I think it's necessary, man. Like I said, we haven't really had that ever before, and why not me? You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely. And rest in peace to Ryan Rossum and condolences to his family. You know what I
definitely,
mean? He's somebody else who meant a lot to the city too. So
yeah,
that
definitely.
was definitely another tough one. So
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, all right, man. Let's move on to a different topic, man. Let's get a little, let's have some fun now, man. Let's have some fun. Get into some lighter topics and stuff like that, man. So, and recipes to Mayo, man, too. So, so last week, right? I talked about this. Do you watch the show Atlanta? Do you watch that at all?
yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay. So, and are you caught up like with what's kind of the current
Yeah,
episodes, the current season?
yeah.
All right. So, I mean, so then I know you've seen the episode with the YWAs, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? The young white avatars, whatever. So like, and just for people that don't know, right? There was this satire, Atlanta has a lot of satire and parodies of just different things that are going on in music. And basically it was this satire on rappers and basically pivoting and trying to maximize their earning potential by getting a young white avatar. You know what I mean? Like basically a white guy, and you know, maybe your music ain't hitting, or maybe you're not as popular no more, but basically kind of feeding your music through this white person, and then running it up. You know what I mean? Whatever. Like, do you think something like that is even possible? Is that possible? Do you think? I think it is possible, just in the way today's day and age is, like, because we don't really, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors in music, you know what I mean? So like you can kind of hide, you know what I mean, if you're really talented, like if you got the right team behind you, whatever. But like, do you think it's possible to do something like that?
All right, I'm gonna give you my take on this, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, but there's two examples of why I think this shit is possible.
Yeah, yeah.
First one, didn't they just like have like this whole like virtual rapper like
yeah
that they had signed to a label and shit?
Yeah, FM Mecca or whatever. Yeah,
which has some I'm assuming underground black dude rapper that was playing the part of the actual voice and shit like that. So like that's kind of like similar to that situation there. And then there's a certain artist, and there's probably plenty of other artists in the game. That's one of the top artists in the game. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but maybe I can. But one of the top artists in the game right now, like that we know doesn't write their own music, but they still one of the most popping in the game. Like,
are you talking about Drake?
Who?
Are you talking about Drake?
Nah.
Okay. Because in my comments, you know, a girl, you know, a woman that she's a former guest, her name is Kaisha Jennings. She said, yeah, she think it's kind of maybe not quite happening, but like she felt like Drake kind of has some of that in him. You know what I mean? Like almost like he's like a created player. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like a cheat code. And I know he has the controversy, but I don't think there's who is it then? You know what I mean? Because this man, he don't miss, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so
I'm not one that's going to stand behind thinking that this nigga Drake has a writer behind him like all the time.
Yeah, like, but he definitely has a sound. Like, he has a style and a sound, and you can't, come on, man. Like, come on.
But we can't deny he hasn't had some songs written for him.
He has help. He's had help. I admit that. I think I can live with that,
because I've definitely heard reference tracks for certain songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll say that, yeah, he's had help, but like that to me is not enough to say that I've heard enough from him that I feel like it's his own shit that like he can pass some shit. Like he can write. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like there's people who's admitted like, yo, I don't really write my shit like that, and what the fuck, like, is this their life? Like, is this the other person's life? Like, who, we don't really know. Like, if they're not really writing it, they're not coming up with this shit from their own brain. Like, who's to say what this material is coming from? You know what I mean? Like, it could be the very same shit that we talking about right now.
So what artists were you talking about? He like, yo, I'm in the, I can't mess up my industry relationship.
I'm gonna say this, but this ain't no slight to the artist, because at the end of the day, like, I have nothing against this artist. Like, I think a lot of their music is dope. Like, I don't have to, I fucks with the artist. I'm just saying, like, they've admitted that they don't write their own shit. Like, so it's not really no slight if I'm saying who the artist is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Cardi B, like,
oh well, yeah, you're right.
She said she don't write her own shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They say Partisan Fontaine writes. They, at least he was writing for her for a while.
Right. So like,
okay,
who's to say, like, is this really like this nigga making up some shit like out of his brain, like, or is this like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that she probably has some input in the shit because he's writing for a female.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, we know, like, that's kind of the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's his talents pushing her. Like, it's him coming up with the flow, with the rhythm, all of that shit that makes him him. As an artist, when he raps, he's pushing it through her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like if he could make a hit for himself, he would.
Yeah, and it hasn't gone that way for him, at least. Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? I'm not saying he got some songs,
but
they ain't nothing compared to any of her shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
not even her worst shit.
Yeah. I that's a good one. I think Jack. I ain't gonna lie. I think Jack Harlow is a. I think he's a YWA. Like I don't know who it is behind him because yo we ain't never heard a white rapper rap like him. Like he got like some brother in him, bro. Like something like and he's white as hell. Like it ain't like he's like trying to be black or nothing like that. Like but like just even just the way he talks, like I mean, like every white rapper we ever heard was just the lyrical miracle, blah, 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 Eminem type stuff. Logic, well,
You
Logic, I guess.
listen to Jack Harlow for real?
I do like some. I like his music though. Like that last album, it wasn't a classic or not, but it has some songs. It's good songs. I mean,
so you listened to the last album?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't listened to it personally, so I'm not even
the Churchill Downs, that was crazy. And even though that I feel like Drake could have wrote that for him. I don't know, like whatever. But like
I feel like he got washed by Drake on that.
Oh yeah, Drake goes crazy.
Bad.
Drake goes crazy on that. Nah, Jack is cool. Like he's a cool artist. He ain't nobody. Like I don't think, because I remember when his album came out and everybody was like, "Oh, y'all hating on him, whatever." And it's like, because I just it wasn't fully it. I did listen to it some more, and yes, there's good there's good music on there, good rapping. I don't know. I wouldn't go that far, whatever. But he's a cool artist, but that's what I'm saying. He's the coolest white rapper I've ever seen in my life. Like I don't know, like nobody compares to him in the cool factor, and that's an intangible. Like you can't measure coolness, but like he got that, like you know what I mean. So.
And, he's somebody that in the beginning, like when What's Poppin' came out and a few of the first like couple other songs, the Tyler Hero John, like it was a lot of Johns that I really fucked with.
Yeah.
But it was the glamorous song. When that shit dropped,
yeah, no.
It kind of, I don't know, I kind of felt like, I don't want to say I fell back off of him, but it just kind of made me like,
oh, this is what you're doing.
You know what I mean? He's not as talented as I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe that was just one slip up. You got to give every artist some wiggle room there when it comes to certain shit. But like, I feel like he could have did a lot more with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe
that's his biggest song too. It's crazy because that's his biggest song. You know what I mean? And it's like so mid. It's like, come on, man. Like this is not. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
But I feel you. But I think if there is one, it might be Jack Harlow. But
and then the Drake shit too. The shit with the collab with Drake. Like I feel like he let Drake really, really get him on that.
Right. So would you ever get yourself a YWA if push come to shove? If you could find this, I mean this image of this guy.
I'm all for helping other artists if that's what they need. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm with that.
That's what's up, because on the episode Paperboy got $1 million, you know what I mean? Just that. Well, and then he got, the other guy stole his YWA, and then he had to get a new one, and then he was running it up with Yodel Kid, right? That was the dude name.
Right. Yeah, and then the boy passed away at the end of the episode.
Like that shit was crazy. But yeah, he like won all these awards, had like they said it was a crazy number where like it was like in like the first hour he went platinum or something like that. It was crazy. Like it was wild. So I don't know. Like I think some rappers, man, I think if you got talent, but like maybe you don't have the image, maybe you don't have the persona, maybe you don't have the team, maybe it's time. I think maybe some rappers, maybe y'all need to get into ghostwriting and like, like I said, like get yourself a YWA, man. Stop playing out here, man. So,
ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's a lot of people eating behind the scenes, bro.
Hell yeah. A
lot of people eating behind the scenes.
Hell yeah. So all right, switch it up, and we got a couple more things, and we're gonna wrap this up. But so 21 Savage, man. You know what I mean? I guess the question is, man, it's a lot of rumblings. Wack 100, he be on his grizzly, he get on his shit where he started coming at people who started, getting the receipts and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And now there's this talk that 21 is he a snitch? You know what I'm saying? At least, and Wack 100 thinks so. And that's what I saw recently was that he cites that he hasn't been to court for his case since 2019, and that he might be an informant, whatever. So like, what do you know about some of this situation? Because I know you was listening to that kind of explicitly a little bit, but
yeah, pretty much what you said is kind of what I heard. I seen something the other day, maybe I think it was maybe like a day ago, something saying 21 Savage was pretty much asking like, yo, Wack 100, if that's the case, then where's the paperwork? Like, provide the paperwork. Like, but other than that, like, I haven't seen much really like develop from that shit. Like, I don't know. And it's funny because I like 21. Like,
Yeah.
I'm somebody who like really respects like people who, if you come in the game and I look at you like, all right, you're not really all that talented, or you're not really all that dope lyrically or fundamentally, like as a rapper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then as you progress, like you really build on that shit and you actually get better. Like, I'm somebody who really like respects that shit. And
Okay.
21 is somebody that I feel like from the time he's came in the game to now has really stepped his shit up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'm not saying he's like motherfucking like Jay-Z and nothing like that, but like compared to where he was to where he is now, like he's gotten a lot better. So
yeah,
I don't know, like that shit kind of just made me feel a certain way. Like, damn, like,
yeah,
right, like it seemed like it's some pettiness as far as like why he even exposed the shit.
Okay.
It sounds like somebody that is affiliated with 21 was on Clubhouse, and they was like, I guess, going in on Wack. Like, cause I don't know if you heard about the whole little naked pictures of this nigga Wack.
No, no.
There's supposed to be some naked pictures floating around of this nigga Wack.
No. I
Some
hope I don't
bullshit
ever.
like that.
I hope I don't ever get to those corners of the internet. Oh, that's gross.
But she had her speculations, I guess, about that, and she affiliated with 21, so I guess he taking it out on 21 with the whole snitching allegation. So
what is it? I don't even. It's 2019. If he ain't been in court, I don't even remember what his case was. What was he? Because wasn't he like gonna get deported for something or something like that? Like,
I'm guessing like he's not a legal immigrant.
Okay, but if
that's what I thought the whole situation was.
Oh, okay. So it ain't nothing that he ain't do nothing. There's no active crime. It's just like it's just illegal for him to be here.
I heard something about some gun charge too, but don't quote me on that shit. Like, I'm not for sure like about that shit. But I know for sure he just had that whole illegal immigrant shit going on.
And Wack 100 is not trying to tie 21 because he's talking about informant. Well, what's the informant? Is he trying to tie him to like the YSL stuff?
Now he's saying some shit about like they're saying that there's somebody involved that's an informant in the YSL case. That's a well-known rapper, but I guess they didn't name who this person is. I guess he's trying to put 2 and 2 together, and he's trying to say that 21 is who they're talking about, but I don't think it's very much proof of that shit. So he might just be speculating. But
yeah, because I thought Gunna was talking. I thought Gunna was actually talking like while he was in it. That's what I heard whispers of that. I mean, don't quote me on that. But
I didn't hear nothing about that one. I heard something about him being denied bail like recently, like for the 3rd time or some shit like that. But that's some fucked up shit, man. Like I want to say free them, man, but
I don't know. That's messy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What I mean? Like it's definitely a lot of shit involved in this shit. You know what I mean? Like if they innocent, then definitely free them. You know what I mean? Like you want to see them come home. Like you don't want to see them locked up for some shit that they ain't do.
Right. So all right, so let's switch it up. And like I said, I don't know too much about that case either. Too explicitly, but let's switch it up, man, and like kind of get back into a topic that we started off with. Man, we're gonna get into the girls' business, man. You know what I mean? Today we're getting into the girls' business, man. And I know they hate that ladies hate that when men get into girls' business, but y'all putting it out there, you know what I mean? This is what we do. I mean, everybody talking about it. So obviously Nicki Minaj and Latto, right? We've seen the back and forth, whatever. And I guess we just kind of talk about it, man. But is Nicki just a hater? Is that what it is? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is she just a hater? Because like and does she really elevate female rappers if she actually has a problem with every up and coming female artist that's starting to become successful? Like every single one, I feel like she's had smoke for. You know what I mean? Like, is she just a hater? I don't know. I think so. That's my answer. I think she's a hater. But
bro, it's kind of hard for me to disagree with you. Because it's just like, bro, like who has she like really co-signed? She co-signed, it seemed like she co-signed Meg in the beginning. But then it seemed like now she coming at Meg too.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like she's expecting more from the other female artists as far as like respect or like them paying homage. Maybe she's expecting more and they're not giving her that. And I don't know, like, to me, a lot of this shit seems petty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to get attacked by the barbs and nothing like that.
Nah, I don't either. But I'm you know what I mean, this it might give me views, so I don't give a fuck. So yeah, I mean, that's just like no, but like what like you know, it's just one of those things where it's like men don't do that. Like I don't feel like men are not out there and granted there are genuine beefs, there are people that don't like each other, but like when the next rapper comes up, you don't hear like the old rapper like yeah. So every now and then you do, you know what I mean? But like like somebody that has like the stature of her, you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean she's people view her as the greatest female rapper ever. So I'm not gonna say she is or not, but some people view her as that. So if you're the greatest, why the fuck do you care that? And you're not even active. You're not even like really active, like for real. Like you ain't really put out no major projects in a couple years. So why are you hating on the next woman trying to, you know what I mean, come up? You know what I mean? I don't know. And especially girls that are that are paying you homage. They are paying her homage, but it's like, what the fuck are they supposed to do? Like how deep are they supposed to get into it? You know what I mean? And I don't know, because Latto was like saying like, yeah, I look up to you, and then like, I don't know, Nicki just took something that she said and like she just started coming at the young girl, you know what I'm saying? But
I seen somebody's take on it earlier and they was kind of trying to make it seem like I don't know, like maybe Latto was like she was in the wrong. Like,
okay,
I don't know. Like, to me, it just seemed like I understand, I guess, if her and Latto wasn't on the best of terms already at this moment and you decided to mention Latto in your rant, she might take that some sort of way. Like, I mean, if we not cool, like, why are you mentioning me? Period.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you mentioning me, like, why are you mentioning me at all? No, when you know that we not really fucking with each other like that.
Yeah.
So that's understood. Not saying it's right or it's wrong, but I understand that perspective.
Yeah.
So like, then when she hits her on the DM, like, yo, and it's like, yo, this is my issue with this, and this, like, she decides to put the whole shit on blast on Twitter, like,
yeah.
It just seems, I don't know, man. Like, it seems like there's something more between them two, like, that maybe we don't know about. Like, because for her to just jump from one thing to another, like, it seems like, yeah, like it got to be some sort of beef there. Like,
yeah, and Latto kind of cited all these different like subtweets over the months, whatever. And she said like, nah, but I still been bigging you up. But yeah, like for her to put it out there, like obviously Latto was trying to, whatever, trying to squash it or at least address it like directly to her because maybe she don't got her phone number or whatever. But then I guess they did have a phone call, and then Latto recorded the phone call, and like. And it got all messy and all that, whatever. But like
more pettiness.
yeah, more pettiness. And and I don't know. I think that's just like I don't know, like the women, I think y'all gotta tighten up a little bit, man, when it comes to this music stuff, because it's not for the faint of heart, you know what I mean? It ain't for the weak, you know what I mean? So, there's gonna be people that are better than you. There's gonna be new people that are, you know what I mean, that are more popping. They might not be better or greater, whatever, but they're more like, just let people, you get your money and don't shit on somebody else for getting their money. But I don't know. But
it might just be on some G shit. It might just be a rapper thing. I don't even want to say.
So it might be like fake rap.
I don't want to say a female thing. It's just a lot less popping female rappers that it looks like it's all the female rappers because it's not as many of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it might be a rapper thing because rappers these days be on some petty shit, bro.
Yeah, on some petty shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've seen the shit with Designer and ESTG.
Yes, yeah, and then Designer was like kind of backtracking that. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
but it's like Designer, you not. Come on, man. Like you're not that boy, but
so that it could just be a rapper thing,
All right. One last thing with this, and this is I want to hear what you think about this take though. I seen a take on Twitter. and it was like, yeah, I mean, and just this question: Did Nicki really run female rap, or did she just run female rap unopposed? You know what I mean? Like, did she? You know what I mean? Like, how much does she owe her success to Young Money versus her own personal talent? Because she was running female rap, but who was her competition? You know what I mean? Like, she didn't have any competition for real.
That's a valid point. That's a valid point. Like, she did run that shit, but honestly, like, you can't argue that there was nobody really running against her. Like, there was really no competition. Like, who was the competition?
Yeah. And how much does she, you know what I mean? Because then it's like, you know, how much was she elevated by Young Money? Like, if she never had Young Money, how, I mean,
let's not get this wrong though. Like,
no, and I know she's talented, but I'm saying,
yeah, like,
but
especially like as when she puts her mind to actually rapping, she can rap. Like, if for those who are into like actual like bars and all that shit, like, and then when it comes to hits, like, she got that shit for days. Like, but like, I think that shit is a really valid point, bro. Like, there was nobody on the other side. Like, there was no competition. Like,
like, so, you know what I mean?
I can't name one female rapper that was really even
like current with her at the same time. Because we got older rap, you know, we got Eve and other people that came in the game, and, you know, Lil Kim is like 2 decades
anybody
ago, you know what I mean?
that was competition to her was on their way out or on their way in.
There you go. I think that's a valid point there, man. So I don't know. We'll see, man. Hopefully, man, these girls can kiss and make up, man. And you know, just let's enjoy the music. I'm gonna enjoy the beef a little bit, you know what I mean? But like, let's not. I hope it doesn't get, because I don't think females they don't get to that next level that men can get to, you know what I mean? And I mean, we haven't seen that. But, you know, let's keep it clean, ladies. Let's keep it clean, man. So
at the most, you might get a couple thrown shoes and shit like that. But
right. Nothing too crazy. All right, man. So we're gonna wrap this up, man, pretty soon. And just I guess some final thoughts and stuff like that, man. You know, and you know, kind of getting into sports a little bit. Yeah, man, we all know about the Superman punch heard from around the world, man. Draymond versus Jordan Poole. Have you heard any new updates from that? Like, because I haven't, it's been kind of quiet. I think Draymond apologized. People wasn't feeling the apology, but like, how do they go into the season, you know what I mean, with this beef, you know what I mean? And would we even be talking about it if it never leaked? You know what I mean?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I heard he was stepping away from the organization and the team right now and shit.
Draymond or Jordan Poole?
Draymond.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. Like, I hear people saying that he should have got suspended for some games. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like that shit, I don't know, it was bad unexpected, Joe. Like,
it was.
That's the main thing that's really hit me. Like, nobody was expecting no shit like that to just get put out there. But you know what I mean? It is what it is, for real. Like, they gotta do what's best for them as a team if they want to try to win. I feel like it's more or less on Jordan Poole if he feel comfortable with moving forward.
Yeah.
But as a grown man, after a nigga did that shit to you and
on
camera everywhere, do you feel like you could continue to play with the nigga?
Yeah, but then do you look soft if you ask for a trade? You know what I'm saying? Or you want? I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, I feel you. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's a matter of even asking for a trade, man. He might just have to get back for real.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Is it one of them things like where we gotta fight every day? You gotta see me every day, nigga. Like,
we might just have to duke it out one time, like, for the one time, because that I don't know if he could just continue to feel comfortable with playing with him like after that. I don't know, man. I don't even know if that fixes anything for real. Yeah. But that's just like, it's gonna be awkward moments all the time, I would think.
That's what I'm saying. On the court, do you think they can still have chemistry even? I mean, like,
or
Oh, we're gonna see a lot of lineups with them not on the floor at the same time. I bet you that.
I still feel like it's all on Poole because I feel like Draymond Green could probably move past this shit pretty easily.
Well, yeah, he was the attacker. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I ain't worried about that little nigga.
So I think it's on Poole. Like, man, as long as he can, I feel like I've heard that he's been playing all right in the preseason. So
yeah,
as long as he'll be all right, I think as long as he's cool with it, they'll be all right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And then so you're a Lakers fan, and so you got your Russell Westbrook, you know what I mean? But then y'all got Pat Bev. So like what was your angle? Because you brought that up to me. Like what did you want to kind of get into with that? Like what's
it's funny because I'm thinking honestly, we get Pat Bev. That to me was like, oh yeah, Russ, he's out of here. That was the first thing that popped in my head.
Really?
Like, when we got Pat Bev, yeah, that was my first thought. Yeah, he's out of here. Russ.
So like Pat Bev running the team as the starting point guard.
Man, LeBron James is the fucking point guard on the Lakers, nigga. Like, but I just felt like there's no way that they could coexist on the same team for me.
Yeah,
I didn't think it could work. But here they are, like preseason, and we still fucking have both of these guys on the team. So, I'm thinking after what I've been seeing lately in the media, like they talking about Pat Bev is trying to have huddles and Russ doesn't want to be a part of the huddle. And I don't know if the media is just trying to, they try to spin something, but
yeah,
I just don't see Russ being a Laker the whole way through this season, bro.
But why didn't they? All right, so but his value, because we haven't seen him play. I mean, this year. So, but like, wouldn't his value have been the highest in the offseason? Like, why wouldn't y'all have made a trade in the summertime? Why would y'all wait or y'all want to see if his value can rise, perhaps even more? I don't know.
From what I hear, they've been trying to hold on to these future draft picks. I'm not sure exactly why. It seems like they're trying to win with LeBron now and also hold on to these future draft picks. So it's like we're trying to have our cake and eat it too.
Okay.
It's just like I don't see that working. Like, but I think honestly, after the season he had last year, I think they might want to let him try to play a little bit to try to maybe hope that he play a little better than last year.
Right.
They can stop, go up a little bit.
So, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, he gonna have to drop. He gonna have to couple. Yeah, once he get a couple, 30-point games, that's when they gonna start shopping his ass. Like, yo, you see what he could do, right? You see what I mean? Like, so that's a classic. But I do know a Laker fan, a big Laker fan. Well, he's really a LeBron fan, but a Laker fan by default. He's a Laker fan by default. I know a LeBron fan that's a Laker fan by default, and I think we got a lot of Laker fans that are LeBron fans by default. But then the opposite too. So, but he was like, yo, what I've been seeing in preseason, he was like, I don't think the Lakers gonna make the playoffs. And I was like, yo, like preseason, does it matter? I don't know. Like, can you really tell? Like, I don't know.
It doesn't, man. But at the same time, like, it depends on what you're looking at. If you're watching the game to see, all right, is this how we're gonna be? Is this how we're gonna play? Or if you're looking at it to see, all right, the chemistry, the intangibles, little shit like that. That shit means something, yo. If we don't have this chemistry now, and we pretty much have the same team that we had last year, with the exception of Pat Bev, and how much chemistry you think we're going to gain by the time season starts? Yeah,
that's true. That's very true. That's very true. So I'm a fair weather Warriors fan. I'll tell you that. I'm just a Steph Curry fan. I'm a player follower. I'm a big Steph Curry fan. I went crazy, and I predict, and you see my clips. I predicted them winning in 6 games, and it went exactly how I said it was gonna go. And so I mean, I don't know if they're gonna win again, but with Jordan, a guy like Jordan Poole, a young threat like that, I think they could do. Wiggins, I mean, like, coming into his own. They got a young guy, Kaminga. They got young stud, like young guys that could be like
Wiseman.
A problem. Yeah, Wiseman didn't play at all last year. He got a ring, he didn't play. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, let's see what he got this year. I got a team for real, man. Like, honestly, as long as this shit don't fuck up the whole chemistry, like, because they say that Draymond is the glue, bro.
They say it.
He
They
the
say, yeah,
glue.
he is. I mean, it don't show up on the box score. And I just dropped the clip, they talked about that. But like he is important, I think, to the team in some ways. But I think he might be, he might be able to get another guy that's like him. I mean, like, I don't know. But maybe maybe that he has an intangibles, that leadership. But he didn't show leadership when he
Not
teed
at
off
all.
on ball, though. You know what I mean? I tell you that. So that's crazy.
Not
So.
at all.
But all right, and then who got the best handle, man? So you brought up Kyrie or AI. Who's been talking about this? Like who? I mean, is that just a regular sports conversation?
I think I might have seen a meme the other day, and I think I might have reposted this shit. And I think like people were just going crazy, like that it was even a question. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
I don't know, man. Like I'm not like a super Kyrie fan, bro,
Okay.
but I haven't really ever seen nobody like handle wise. I honestly, as a player for real, I haven't seen too many players like Kyrie personally ever play. Like Kyrie is very versatile. He's to me, I feel like he has the better handle out of the two.
Oh, okay. Oh, I really thought you were like, when you opened with Kyrie like that, I thought you was like, yeah, kind of, I ain't a fan of Kyrie. AI, definitely, whatever. So
AI is a legend, and I love AI, but I feel like it's just evolution, bro. Like the more time, like you know what I mean. Like the more time goes on, we learn. We've seen his mistakes, and we learn from the shit that he did and the shit that he didn't do. Like I feel like Kyrie is like handle wise, he's better than AI, bro.
Okay.
And I know it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers who's gonna really try to like chop my head off for that shit. But like, bro, like we can watch fucking tapes all day of the two. Like, yeah. I feel like he's a lot more versatile with that shit, and he got a lot more in his bag when it comes to that shit.
Yeah, AI had a signature crossover move, and I mean, right. And kind of the carry, but he's carrying that nigga's carrying his ass off. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. See, and that's it. So you said those two, but like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm always I think differently too. So like, outside of those two guys, I'm going with the dark horse. I like Jamal Crawford's handles. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely another one of them ones.
That's another one of them ones. Like, if I had to pick, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, like AI is kind of like a ball stopper. Like he's not really, you know what I mean? Like he got the handles, whatever, but like what he's gonna do with it, whatever. Right. Like, I don't know, Jamal Crawford, you could just and same thing with Kyrie. Like he's gonna like lead the team and like kind of control the ball, whatever. But like Jamal Crawford is that guy. He got good handles, but he could kind of just fit, like he could kind of just fit into whatever team he's on, whatever.
Right, right,
and do his thing. But I'm a Jamal Crawford handles type of fan. But out of AI and Kyrie got the best layup package probably ever. You know what I mean? Like one of the best layup packages.
That's what I was saying. Like he left or right handed, like, and he can fucking shoot from distance too. Like, bro, he's pretty solid. Like, I don't really like it. It's a lot of shit I don't like about him, but like on the court, like he's really undeniable, bro.
Okay, yeah. So maybe I'm gonna just be different than you. I'm just say AI, man. Fuck it. Legend, man. Legend. You know what I mean? Go with the legend. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, I mean, but I don't know. Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen anything. Like, it's been so long since he's been in the league. I would have to go back. I had to go look at that. You know what I mean? Look at some highlights and see some stuff. Right. But like Kyrie does some like wild. And Chris Paul too is another person people don't talk about. I seen him live and doing some shit where he just dribbling through niggas, and you like, how the fuck, like, steal the ball from him? Like, it don't look like he doing nothing fancy. But that's
seen part a meme the other day where about Chris Paul versus AI, and the meme was pretty much saying that Chris Paul is the one guy that probably could get AI in the 1-on-1. And people were chopping me up for even posting that shit. Like, bro, like he is one of the most efficient point guards to ever fucking play. Like, period. Like, people really sleep on Chris Paul. I don't understand why. I guess because he don't got no championships and he ain't really that good in the postseason as far as people say, as far as his success in the postseason.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like he's not fancy, but like it's effective, bro. Like, and I said, I've gone to games and I've seen him like literally like, and you're like, yo, it looked like you could steal the ball from him, but you can't, bro. Like he don't get ripped out here, I mean, and all that. And I think that's more important than the crossover even too. So,
Right.
but that's good, man. That's good. All right, man. I got one last question. This is and because I'm not gonna see you probably before this happens, but you see the main event of that homecoming, that URL homecoming. You see Murder Mook versus Geechee Gotti.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Listen, man, I'm a Mook fan, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'm one of them people that believe Mook is the GOAT when it comes to this battle rap shit, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So, and I like Geechee. Like, I like Geechee a lot. I think Geechee is dope, but I can't give it to Geechee. And it's not even no bias shit.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I don't think he's well rounded enough for. I don't even want to say well rounded because he's I guess well rounded.
Did you just see his last battle against Disaster? Did you see that battle?
Geechee Gotti versus Disaster.
Yeah, it's like that. Just like it. Just like,
I don't think
so.
I've seen that.
All right, check that out, and come talk to me then, man. Like, cause so Geechee, what he did, he shocked the world last year. You know what I mean? When he battled Lux, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, a lot of people, the consensus is that he got the win. You know what I mean? But I was talking to Super Jones, and we was talking about it real quick. He was like, yeah, but Lux loses though. He was like, Mook don't lose.
He does. That's what I mean, bro. So, like, listen, Lux is supposed to battle Daylight. My money is on Daylight.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Daylight,
like,
Daylight all day. Daylight.
Daylight. My money is on. I think Daylight versus fucking Mook is more of a, you know what I mean? That's something that for motherfuckers to see. Like, I would really be back and forth with myself about that one because I fucks with Daylight too. Like,
and I think Daylight said he would never battle Mook though. I think that's one of those people that because like they, he was Dot Mob and all that before him, so he like nah, but I'm gonna like because Geechee, I mean he had a couple slip ups this year. He started off hot with the Mike P 1-rounder. He had a couple slip ups, you know what I mean, and not giving his. I think it's just more so he's not giving his best effort. But then his last two performances I seen, it made me like nah, it's not gonna be. I'm going for the upset. It's gonna be an upset if he beats Mook, whatever. But like I can't believe it. I'm nervous for him, but like. He could shock the world, bro. I think he could shock the world, man. Like, you know what I mean? Because Mook has not, like, he beat Tay-Rock. He did get Tay-Rock out of here. But like his performances against Reed was not sharp. You know what I mean? And people gave Reed that battle, but that was a bad battle. Like, that was not a good battle.
That was the one in Houston, right?
Yeah, that was Summer Man. I think Summer Madness 11. That was.
I feel like the crowd wasn't.
The crowd was trash. The crowd was trash. I feel
like he was still going in, like, and people wasn't giving him credit for some.
Well, because he was looking for reactions, and you never see him do that.
Nah, I don't jack that either. I don't like that shit neither.
Yeah, I mean, and that's where it looked like it looked like he was losing because he was like,
right.
And I'm like, yeah, when you do that, you look like you just look like you're losing when you do that. You know what I mean? So you just gotta fight through it. And then when he had that 2-2 that didn't really even go to fruition, it was with him and Calico versus. Well, no, it was because remember they basically rematch. It was like not a rematch, whatever. But they end up putting Mook and Calico versus Top, and who he had with him. He had somebody. It wasn't Briz though. It was somebody else with him, and then they end up like. Mook was like talking during the rounds, and it was nasty, bro. It was not good bad. So, but Mook has a lot of rest, so he has the advantage. I think he has the advantage over Geechee, but I want Geechee to win though. I want Geechee to win because if he wins, you can't say nothing about my guy no more. Like you can't say nothing about him. He did lose the hollow. He lost the hollow, but that was a bad Geechee. It wasn't a good Geechee, but.
You can't, hey man, you get the win, you get the dub. Like, I can't say shit to you once you got the dub. Like, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Yo, did you have a good time today, man?
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. Yeah, this shit was lit, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Yo, so before we go, tell us where we could find you, man, on social media. Tell us where people can buy your beats. Where they can get Picture Me Rolling merch, all that good stuff, man. Listen to your music, all that. And what you got? You got anything out, coming out, whatever? Plug whatever you got.
Right now, I got a project that's gonna be coming out at the top of the year. But for right now, like, I got a single that just came out last week. All platforms, EZ Lyrical Skitzo, IG, Twitter, all of that good stuff. You already know whatever social media y'all on, y'all can get with me on there. If you want any PMR merch, same thing. Hit me on the inbox. The site is under construction. We're working on the site now, but definitely we out here moving, bro. Like staying out the way and steady working, bro.
That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? Had a versatile, legend out here, man, in music, you know what I mean? When it comes to the sounds, but also the beats, and, you know, he got a little bit of everything going on, man. So I appreciate you coming on, and it feels good to have a guest again, man. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks, and, it's good to kind of kick it off with somebody like you again, and, man, I appreciate it, man. So I had a good time as well, man. So
likewise, bro. Appreciate you having me on, man.
No doubt. All right, man. Yo, if y'all still watching, man, I need y'all to hit the like button, subscribe if you're brand new, leave some comments, man, what y'all think, man. And like I said, go cop everything that EZ got to offer. This is another episode of 280 Plus Podcast, y'all. We out. Peace.
Yes, sir.